What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this Anfield Agenda news recap video. Rather than you guys sifting through the entire stream from tonight, I'm going to give you all of the things that we've spoken about in bullet point form over the next few minutes. We do want to know your thoughts, of course, so let us know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and of course we would love you to hit that subscribe button. Lots of stuff coming up over the next few days on the channel. I am recording with David Lynch tomorrow. That video should be out tomorrow evening. I'm also recording with Darren McAnthony, the Peterborough United chairman, Liverpool fan and fellow Irishman. That will be coming out on Thursday. And of course, I will be back here tomorrow night as well. So all that remains for me to do is ask you to go over and subscribe to the Anfield Agenda Clips channel and me to read the news. So let's get stuck into it. So the Mohamed Salah contract situation. Let's start off with that one. So Paul Joyce had a few updates earlier on. The gist of them being that there was still no breakthrough. But there's also one piece from the Paul Joyce topic that worries me. I'm going to read it out to you and you guys can make up your own mind. So a solution for Mohamed Salah's contract extension is more complicated than the simple remedy of give him what he wants. For Liverpool, it's all about the allocation of resources, not a lack of them, and the strategy that shapes that. They want to keep the best players while also protecting the club in the long term. This again, to me, is just crying poor mouth. So they've said it's not about a lack of resources, but then go on to say it's about allocating them to the right places. Which one is it? If the money's there and the resources are there, give the lads the contracts. They've earned them. The fans want it. They want it. This all just seems once again like crying poor mouth to me. And I'm quite simply fed up of it. You know, Mohamed Salah should be given a new deal. Virgil van Dijk should be given a new deal. And anything else is just the owners being cheapskates. That's my take on it. But of course, everybody's free to have their own say on it. Next up, I'm going to give you guys some information coming out around Arli and Tchouameni. So a report coming out of France today said Liverpool are ready to initiate a move for Arli and Tchouameni. The Reds believe he's undervalued at Real Madrid and will open talks with Florentino Perez when he comes to Anfield later this month. Now, there's a couple of things about this I'm not sure of. One, let me say this. If Arne Slot wants Tchouameni, I'm right behind him. Whoever the manager wants, I want as well. But I do feel like, and I've always felt like, this is more a case of maybe Real Madrid realising that he isn't the guy for them and trying to spark up interest in him. Now, of course, because we were interested previously under Jurgen Klopp, it makes sense to throw our name into the hat. Let's see if David Lynch has an update on this one tomorrow. But for me, it feels like just opening old wounds again more than anything else. And, you know, if the manager wants him, then so be it. But I'm not getting good vibes off this one personally. One that I am getting good vibes off, though, is Omar Marmoush. And football journalist Marcel Reif, speaking exclusively with Bild in Germany, said, "It's no secret that Omar Marmoush will likely move to Liverpool next summer. I would bet a few euros on that happening, as the successor to his great idol, Mohamed Salah. Things can hardly go better for him." So look, for me, I agree. I do think there's every possibility we see Omar Marmoush at Liverpool next summer. I just don't want it to be as a replacement for Mohamed Salah. I would like him to play alongside Mohamed Salah. But either way, I do think this is one that has a lot of credibility to it. You know, anybody I've spoken to about the Marmoush situation feels like Liverpool are genuine admirers. And while I can say a bid is forthcoming, it does feel like this one makes a lot of sense. So keep an eye on it. Of course, we'll speak to David Lynch about it tomorrow and see if he has any updates on it. But I would feel pretty confident that if he does leave Frankfurt and we're in the market for a forward, I feel like we most likely will see him at Anfield. Now, one that I'm not sure about came out today from Italian journalist Pavan Massimo, who said that both Liverpool and Chelsea have made bids worth £20 million for Ryan Cherki of Lyon. But it seems Lyon want a higher fee, close to about 25 or 30 million for the 21-year-old. I'm going to be entirely honest with everybody. I haven't watched much of this kid playing football. I don't know if that would be bargain of the century or doesn't fit whatsoever. I also don't know about Liverpool's interest and how strong it may or may not be. It does feel like another cheap signing, by the way, and opportunistic signings aren't always bad. But again, for me, if we're looking to bring in a forward, Omar Marmoush is the way to go. But I will appreciate any feedback on Ryan Cherki. Do you think he'd be a good fit under Arne Slot? And again, price tag wise, do you think somewhere between 20-25 million seems like a fair price? At 21 years of age, by the way, if he's in any way good, it seems like a reasonable price. But I just don't know of our need being for that position. Another one coming up now. Again, the crazy news just keeps coming. This one coming from Gazzetta in Italia that said Liverpool are excited about the idea of recruiting Inter Milan's Marcus Thuram. Huh? Really? The French forward has a release clause of €85 million, and the Reds are a fan of the player, and Arne Slot would be delighted, in quotation marks, at the idea of signing Thuram. I'm not sure about this one. I mean, I'm not trying to say the player isn't a good player, but we've spoken about Marmoush at 52 million, Cherki at 25 million. I very much doubt we're going to see Liverpool and our owners go out there and splurge €85 million on Thuram. So for me, good player, just don't see it happening. But again, I'd love to know your thoughts on it. It is one of the craziest of rumours that I've seen today. Also today, we've got confirmation that Harvey Elliott is back training with the first team. Pictures came out today of him at the AXA Training Centre, which is, again, great news. The great news stops there, though, unfortunately, because Martin Ziegler of The Times has said, breaking, Premier League clubs fear that semi-automated offside technology may not be introduced into the top flight this season as testing on its selected system continues. So, a couple of things in that to me is that testing on its selected system, making it feel like this is a different system perhaps than the one used in UEFA or in FIFA competitions. I don't know, but it always feels like we're slow with this stuff in the Premier League. Even with VAR, we were season behind most other leagues. Then we were told semi-automated offside technology was taking a bit of time because of the Nike ball. Then it was testing. Then it was going to be October. Then it was going to be Christmas. And now there's some fears, according to Martin Ziegler, that we might not see it this season whatsoever, which doesn't exactly fill me full of confidence. Also, Pep Guardiola, according to David Ornstein, has agreed a new one-year contract extension at Manchester City with the option of another 12 months. I don't know if this is Manchester City feeling optimistic about the charges or them again feeling like no matter what, Guardiola's going to stay around, but it is something that's been reported, and if Ornstein said it, I very much believe that it's going to be happening, and he does, in fairness to him, credit Sam Lee for this story. Also then we had last minute winners for Scotland and last minute winner for, or equaliser for Hungary with Andy Robertson and Dominic Szoboszlai scoring. Obviously Robbo yesterday and Szoboszlai tonight with a bit of a Panenka penalty by the sounds of it, so well done to both those gents. Dominic Szoboszlai created 7 chances against Germany, the most of any player on the pitch, so well done to Dom, and hopefully he can carry that form into the games coming up. So just a reminder, the officials have been named, by the way, for the game against Southampton on Sunday. Referee for the game is going to be Sam Barrett. Assistants Lee Betts and Wade Smith. Fourth official Darren England. On VAR is Michael Oliver, and the assistant VAR is Matt Wilkes. So they are your officials for the game, and of course it's a 2 p.m. kickoff on Sunday. So that is it for this news roundup, or I should say summary of what we talked about on tonight's stream. We also asked everybody in the chat if they're happy with FSG as owners, and 76% said they aren't happy, 24% said they are happy. We also ran a poll where we asked, do you think that the owners were part of the reason why Jurgen stepped away? And again, overwhelmingly it was in favour of yes. I don't remember the number off the top of my head, but it was again over 70% that people felt like yes. Now, to be fair, most of us feel like if there was one big headache for Jurgen, it would probably be the PGMOL more than anybody else. But again, would love to know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm quite frankly embarrassed that the situation has gotten here with Virgil, Trent and Mo. I don't think it would happen at other top clubs. We've seen players be renewed at other top clubs, but they haven't been in the type of form that these boys have been. It seems madness to me that we're here, and that again, no breakthrough. We'd hoped for news over the international break. Nothing forthcoming. 6 weeks. 6 weeks until they can go out and openly discuss and sign pre-contracts with clubs outside the Premier League, and 6 weeks until we're going to be inundated with article after article linking these guys with moves away. I don't know what the hold up is, but I know it isn't good enough. So I'll catch up with you all tomorrow. Again, looking forward to reading your comments. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.